Now, this fight against Kelvyn Davis, Nahir Albright showed growth in his game. He came out there even more aggressive than against Keyshawn. And that's the problem. That's what Keyshawn going to have to watch out for. So I'm breaking down Nahir's last 3 fights and how he's gotten better and how he's a different guy and how he could potentially stop Keyshawn or beat him. I don't think they're going to give him a decision, though. I'm just going to keep it funky with you. The way boxing is going, why would they give Nahir Albright a decision over Keyshawn? So Nahir got to think, I got to drop this dude at least twice, or I got to knock him out. But this fight showed that he actually has the skill and the pop to knock out a Keyshawn Davis. Why? Because in this fight, he added a new punch to his repertoire. Instead of just leading with the overhand right and just jumping in there, which he still does at times, which is a good move, now he's dipping and loading and then throwing that overhand right. So it's more power on it. That's how he dropped Kelvyn Davis, even though the referee didn't rule it as him dropping him. But that's how he got him. Dip, load. Nahir's high guard is getting better. And one thing about Nahir, that, or Woo, as they call him. And now he's going by Sugar Woo. Pretty boy, Sugar Woo, whatever. One thing about Albright, he knows how to make it to the next round. So, a lot of guys, they got an amateur mindset. And they don't make it in the professional ranks because they don't know, all right, I'm hurt. Let me chill out. We got 10 rounds. Let me chill out. We got 12 rounds. I'm hurt in the third. Let me chill. So guys get hurt and they panic. Nahir, when he gets hurt, he put them hands up. He back up. He wait. Bell rings. He come back out the next round. And he did the same thing in a Frank Martin fight. When Frank Martin started to get his groove around round 5, and Nahir will be hurt or start losing a round, he know that he has other rounds, so he doesn't panic. He doesn't overreact. He doesn't try to force things that's not there. In this fight against Kelvyn, Nahir was super aggressive and took even more risks than he took against Keyshawn. And that's something that I noticed. From Keyshawn to Kelvyn to Frank Martin, the risk-taking, the comfort, the aggression just grows and grows. It's amplifying. So he's becoming more dangerous. Why? He's becoming more experienced. He's becoming more comfortable. And he's having more and more energy in the latter rounds because his body has gone through it. He's been through the ringer before. He's been in there with the upper level. He's been there with the upper crust. So really, Kelvyn Davis, he set himself up. Kelvyn Davis hasn't fought nobody like Keyshawn Davis. But Nahir has. So Nahir came in there with a perfect game plan, going up against a man who never went 10 rounds, and he just pressed him and pressed him and pressed him. And he had in that damn load and loop, that dip, load, overhand that hurt Kelvyn. He hurt Kelvyn on like 2 different occasions in this fight. I don't remember the second occasion. But in this fight, he showed a mental growth, and he showed more aggression and more risk-taking. He also added in that new punch. So these are all little wrinkles that are going to give him enough to beat Keyshawn Davis potentially. The first time they fought, I don't think he really had a chance of beating Keyshawn. Keyshawn looked slicker, looked like the better fighter, and he still is a better fighter. He's still more accurate. He's still slicker. But Keyshawn, he doesn't let his hands go as much as Albright. Albright is kind of reckless. Like, he'll just jump out there and throw him. And you need that when you're up in there with top-level opposition because at the end of the day, nobody wants to get hit. Nobody wants to get hit at the end of the day. But going on to the next video, all right, because there wasn't really much here. Next, I'm going to cover Frank Martin. That was the pinnacle of Nahir Albright, or Woo, realizing that he could do this at the top level with the top dudes. But in this fight, the reason why I don't want to spend too much time on it, Kelvyn is not Keyshawn. He's just not. He's taller, but it looked like Kelvyn, to be a tall man, he had no defense. He didn't know how to put his hands up. He just leaned back. Even Timothy Bradley mentioned it. A lot of tall fighters, they don't learn how to really be defensive. They're used to being taller, so they just lean back. Lean back. I say, don't dance. We just pull up our pants. But the problem is, when you're not really leaning, when you're not really having a real defense and you lean back, somebody's going to double up on the shots. And Nahir Albright, that's another thing he started doing. He started using his length and doubling up on them straight right hands. Doubling up on the jab. Because you can inch your way in just by throwing a double right hand. Benavidez does it sometimes. Especially taller fighters, if you have the reach advantage. Morel was doing this last fight. Throw a right hand out there, and instead of pulling it back, keep it out there and throw another one. That's how you get close to the opponent. You inch your way in, you score. That's tall man stuff right there, you know? But y'all let me know what y'all think. We seen a new punch from Albright in this fight. We seen more aggressiveness. We seen more comfort. So each fight he's growing and growing and growing into that man. No Richie.